Hey guys, Becky here with Design Bundles, and I'm super excited to have you join me today. We have another fabulous Cricut tutorial. Now this time is for your Cricut Maker, and we are going to teach you how to cut felt with your rotary blade. Alright guys, so here we have a blank canvas, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and upload the file that I purchased. Of course, I purchased this from Design Bundles, and I think it's really cute. It's actually displayed using faux leather, and that's really great, but, you'll understand, but I think this will actually look cuter using felt. I have some white felt, and I also have some pattern felt, so really excited. You see we have the bunny ears. So I'm just going to set this up to cut in felt, and then I will make a cute Easter hair bow. Super exciting. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and ungroup, and then for the bunny ears, I'm going to create a duplicate. And the reason I'm doing that is because the bunny ears are actually supposed to stand up, so I think they need a little bit more support than what the rest of the bow needs, okay? So let's click over to make it. Let's see how this looks. So size-wise, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I could have told you this, but size-wise, my ears are going to be about 3.5 inches tall. That is actually pretty large, but I live in the South and we do like to do large bows. So I am going to go ahead and leave it. What I am going to do though is I'm going to fill these all in one basic color because I want to actually cut them all on the same mat. And then what I'll do, because the felt that I'm cutting is actually a polyester felt, so I have white felt and I can sublimate whatever color I want to. So I've already printed out a cute little pattern, and what I'll do is cut this out in white felt and then sublimate the pieces to accent. That way it's not all boring white, right? So I will leave this. My piece of felt is actually 12 inches by 9 inches, so I have plenty of room here. So let's hit continue. So connect to your maker. Now this does have to be done on a maker. The maker is the model that will use the rotary blade. So make sure it's plugged in and turned on, and then go ahead and connect to your machine. Now from here, I'm going to browse all materials and let's search felt. So I'm going to cut on the felt acrylic fabric. I'm going to go ahead and leave my pressure as default because this felt is not very thick. And you can see here that it does take the rotary blade. So let's go ahead and go over to the machine, and I will show you how we are going to load the felt on our mat and prepare to cut. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do, remember my nifty little blade organizer here. This is my rotary blade. You want the one with the wheel blade. And we are going to remove our regular fine tip blade. And I want to insert the rotary blade with the wheel housing towards the back. And close it. Remember guys, if you have to force it, then that might be an indicator that something's wrong. It should go in really easy. And then, let me close this for the meantime. What I want to show you on the mat is this is a piece of clear transfer tape. And of course you can use shelf liner or contact paper, just something clear. And the reason that I'm using this is, number one, it's going to help to keep my mat clean. Sometimes felt can leave a lot of residue behind, and it's a quick way to wear out your mat. But also, all I have on me, because it's the most common one that I use, is a standard grip mat. And it's not usually sticky enough to hold something like felt in place. Now, that may be different using the rotary blade, but I just want to be sure. And since I want to keep my mat clean anyway, it's a good time to go ahead and show you this method. So I laid down the transfer tape and I want to peel it away from the backing. And initially I might have to hold it down a little bit. Now this is a high tack transfer tape, so it's pretty sticky, as you can see. All right, we got a lot of stick going on there. So then I can just take my felt, line it up in the top corner and lay it down. And then smooth it down with your hands, and this will help to secure that transfer tape in place too. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. Now I can load this in my machine, and once it registers, I will just be able to hit the Cricut button here. Now, I don't know if you can tell or not, and the sound of the Cricut should kind of be a giveaway, but the gears are going to work, and you're actually going to notice that the blade will pick up, turn, and then be placed back down. And what it's doing is it is repositioning the blade so that it can actually use the rotary blade on the bottom. It can use that round wheel blade, and it will roll through the material instead of slicing or dragging. And that's what's going to give us the clean cut that we need to cut something like felt. All right, so let's see. It looks like we got a really, really good cut, but you know, I always want to check. So we did. So let's go ahead and unload. Let's put this guy away. So definitely have a pair of scissors handy. Looks like there are just a few spots that you might have to touch up. I think that's pretty normal. I can tell you that it's still absolutely a million times better than trying to cut felt by hand. Also, before we get busy with the bow, let me just show you, can you see the little pieces, the little fluff that's left behind on the transfer tape? So that is definitely good that we went ahead and protected our mat. That's the quickest way to de-sticky your mat, okay? So we have a couple pieces here. Let's go ahead and isolate. All right, these are our ears, and you see how they would be kind of floppy? So I think giving ourselves 2 layers there is definitely a good idea. These are the pieces that will go inside the ears. These are the whiskers, and then the bow itself, in case you have not put one of these together before. This part will close up like this and will go on top of here. Okay, now I will show you putting all this together, but I'm just showing you now because we need to determine what part we are going to sublimate and what part we are not. So I'm going to leave the rabbit ears white. I will sublimate the inside pieces. I will also sublimate the whiskers. I will not sublimate that part. That is going to go in the middle. You know what? Let's go ahead and sublimate everything else. All right, so we will not change these. So what this means, I know I keep talking about sublimating, but guys, you do not have to sublimate this to complete this project. What I would suggest is using white for these, and then you can use a color for these. So if you have any type of yellows or pinks or purples or anything like that, any color will look really, really awesome with these pieces. Okay, so all I had was white, and I just wanted to be able to really show you guys an awesome project. So this is what I did. What I'm going to do is go ahead, and this is my butcher paper. You can also do this with infusible ink. So I will just lay these pieces out in any manner that I choose. There we go. Cover them with my print. Close this up. So basically you're just getting this little extra demonstration as a freebie. Now I do not expect a felt bow to last as long as I would a faux leather or a leatherette bow. But it's really cute. I mean, especially when you're talking about seasonal, my daughter will wear this, you know, once or twice, and then it'll be done. And by next year, you know, we will have lost it or destroyed it or something like that. So sometimes these little temporary bows is not necessarily a bad thing. Add some color to our pieces. All right, now it's time to get the hot glue gun. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and glue these 2 pieces together. So I'm going to apply the hot glue around the outside. Now felt takes hot glue very well, so I don't have to use a whole lot. And then just line them up the best you can. Definitely much sturdier. Very happy with that decision. That was a good decision, Becky. All right, thank you. Now I'm going to apply the hot glue to the backs of the ears, or the inside of the ears rather. The backs of the inside of the ears. Now, I'm not applying a whole lot because it will get lumpy. That's not what I want. Also, please be very careful. I do not want you guys to burn yourselves on the hot glue. There we go. All right, so let's get to work on this bow, on the bow itself. So I want this part here. So let's go ahead and apply some hot glue down here. All right, let's tap that down in the center. Now on this one, we're going to do a little bit of work ahead of time. We're just going to put a dab here and a dab here. Fold them in. Those pieces will overlap. Okay, cute, cute, cute. Now, apply more hot glue and lay this in the middle. Now, I probably could have gotten away with just a dab of hot glue in the very middle, but I want my ears to be covered up. Okay, so if I want to, I can even apply a little bit more. Just try to tack down the very edge of that bow. Now, I know it looks like I'm flattening it, but you can actually puff it right back up, okay? All right, so this is gonna be our nose. So little dab, glue in the middle, position our nose. Oh, guys, I almost messed up, holy moly. Whiskers. Now in hindsight, I probably should have left the whiskers white. You actually can't see those too much. So learn from Becky, or if you have some black ribbon or some black felt, then you can easily switch that out. All right, so a dab of hot glue on the back. Go ahead and fold the top piece. One more dab of hot glue here. I can fold up the bottom piece. And I will snip off the extra. And this is my little bunny rabbit bow made out of felt. Super cute, I love it. So what I will do is I can choose a headband or an alligator clip or even one of those little, what do I want to call them? Like a, did I say a barrette? Alligator clip. And I will be able to put this in her hair and it'll be a cute accessory for Easter. So guys, how did you feel about using that rotary blade and cutting our cute little Easter bunny hair bow? Now, I know this is a really simple project, and guys, that's what's so fantastic about it is that the rotary blade helps make projects like this super simple. Now, of course, if you have any questions or comments about our video today or the processes of using your rotary blade, please make sure you leave those below because I do love to hear from you guys. And of course, any video requests, I'm always up for that. Now guys, in return, if you don't mind, if you learned something, make sure you give the video a like, share with a crafty friend, subscribe to the channel. All of your fabulous support is what keeps us bringing these videos in the future and to just support our little channel and keep it going, okay? All right, I'm gonna wrap it up for today, but guys, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping by to see me, and we will see you again next time.